Welcome to the Cyber Center for Biblical Studies. Hi, my name is Herb Bateman. I'd like to invite you to this year's Let's Know the Bible conference held on September 12th in Warsaw. We have with us a special guest, Dr. Darrell Bock from Dallas Theological Seminary, and he's going to answer the question, will the real Jesus please stand up? It's an examination of Jesus and the portraits of Jesus in the Gospels. And he's here to introduce his sessions. Darrell?
Well, I'm going to be doing 3 sessions. The first will be dealing with how to read the Gospels, particularly the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, in comparison to John. The argument is going to be that Matthew, Mark, and Luke tell the story of Jesus from the earth up, working with categories that we're used to, and we watch it dawn on people who Jesus is, whereas John tells the story from heaven down. From the very first verse, you know exactly where John is taking you, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is CNN. And so in the midst of doing that comparison, we deal with some of the tensions that you feel when you read the portrait of Jesus in the Synoptics, when their indirect way of presenting Jesus in comparison to the very direct way that he's presented in the Gospel of John. And the second session is going to deal with who was Jesus. This is going to look at the way in which this earth-up portrait is built, particularly through the actions of Jesus. Most people think that the way you get to Jesus is by looking at the titles that he's addressed with. But really another, in fact, far more important way for Jesus was that he showed who he was as opposed to talking about who he was. And so understanding the background of these events and what they indicate about who he is very, very important. And then the third lecture that we'll give will deal with the production of the Gospels, particularly dealing with issues of orality and memory and those kinds of things, the way in which that feeds into the construction of a gospel. We're dealing with the period between the event and gospel writing primarily. It's a period most people don't think about, but the quality of what happens in that period is directly related to the quality of what we get in the Gospels. So I'm going to walk through that discussion, and I'll probably be talking about minding the gap. How do you deal with the 30 to 60 year period between when the events happened and when they began to be recorded? Why did it take so long to record them? And then what was going on in the period, in the oral period in which this was being passed on, these stories and accounts, primarily through oral processes of the ancient world. Those are the 3 lectures. We hope to bring you closer to the content of not only the production of the Gospels, but their content and their Christology in such a way that you can appreciate how the Gospels work. And in the process, hopefully, the real Jesus will stand up and we'll all recognize who he is as a result.
Thank you, Darrell. Once again, I'd like to invite you to our conference, Let's Know the Bible, being held September 12th. It'll be at the 2517 East Center Street in Warsaw, Indiana. Please feel free to contact my website, Cyber Center for Biblical Studies, for more information. In the meantime, I trust we will see you there September 12th. Conference runs from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Thank you.